Showing your live here.
Yay, yes.
Popped up on
I
my phone too.
see, I see.
Got messages everywhere. We're live.
Okay. All right, so see. This one. Okay, so this one. Uh-oh. Yeah, hello, yeah. Which one is okay? This one. It's so fun. I think each time I'm still learning how to do this. Every time I send it live, it gives me two copy. So then I have to decide which one is actually where is live, where is it going live.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want. Uh-oh.
I thought she muted for a minute.
So which one is which one? This one?
It shows that you're live on YouTube right now.
Yeah,
And usually when you're
yeah.
usually when you're recording on YouTube, then you're also recording on Zoom as well. So
Okay, okay. So this one. Okay.
Mama's all cool. She's got her coil going on right there.
What?
You've got your coil, your Healy coil going on right
Oh
there. And
yes.
I
Oh
still have yet to
yes.
order mine. I need to order mine. I'm going to order that actually probably today.
Oh my goodness. It's yes. So okay. So I want to welcome. Oh, Julie. Yeah, yeah. We're all coming in. So I want to welcome each and everyone to this week. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to for us to share with one another. So I want to welcome you, and I want to leave it for Destiny to maybe share our our process in terms of making sure that we do our, I mean, what do you call it? The
Disclaimer.
the disclaimer. I always
Okay.
want to do that.
Okay. Did you want me to put it on there?
Yes, I want to give you,
Okay.
make sure you are co-host.
Okay.
Okay. So you can, if you have it.
I do have it. Let me see
Okay.
if it'll let me. I'm clicking on share. Host disabled, participant screen sharing is what it says on mine.
Okay, so it's not allowing you to share?
No.
Okay, see.
It doesn't show me as co-host right now on participants. It shows that Caroline's the co-host currently.
Oh, did I? Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, stop. Okay, so Caroline, stop. How do I stop the co-host?
Caroline might have to make me co-host if she's co-host.
Co-host. Oh, but can't I stop her?
It's possible. I don't know. I just know from my other thing that I do that you have to just click on the name and then change it. That whoever's the co-host can change it over to another co-host. But maybe you being the host, you might be able to do that too. I don't know.
Okay, sorry, I didn't make you a co-host now.
We're
Go
good
ahead.
now. It's good now. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go to this and share, and then welcome everybody here. Okay. All right, if it lets me press play, there we go. Okay, so hi everybody, and welcome back to our what I call last week Wonderful Wednesday, and with our Vibrate Life group, and we're so excited to have you ladies here, and hopefully gentlemen that'll be joining us shortly or in the future. We are a group of people who are excited about what God is doing with this Healy technology, and we're so excited to be a part of it and learn and grow. And there's so many things on the horizon that are going on right now within the company, with even new products that are being introduced with Healy. You may have heard of the Healy coil. That's something that's new, and that's a whole different thing too. But this is just a wonderful time that we have every Wednesday. Right now, we currently meet at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and this is a time to share and to encourage, to edify, lift each other up, and share our journey with Healy as we're learning from each other. And hopefully, as you guys do this, or as all of us do this, that we can share with our friends and our family and whoever would benefit from learning about this. Which hopefully everybody would at some point. But real quick, I'm going to get into the official disclaimer. that Healy has, and that Healy is a microcurrent medical device that has been cleared by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration only for the local relief of acute chronic and arthritis pain and muscle soreness due to overexertion. Healy also has non-medical applications that use individualized microcurrent frequencies to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Always use your Healy in accordance to its instructions for use. So there's so much to talk about. So normally I would try to go into a presentation, and most of you people and men, ladies and gentlemen, have seen that. But because there's so many new things that are going on, we're going to go ahead and start talking about that. And I'm going to go ahead and give the floor back to Pastor Benedicta, Mama O, and we'll just go from there. But I just wanted to welcome you all who have joined us today. So thank you for being here.
All right. Yes, thank you, Destiny. Thank you very much. Like she was saying, there's so much that is happening, at least in this month, being the very last month. I know we have had all this promotion going on, and sometimes think it's going to end, then they extend it. But this is the very last one, which is going to end this. It's going to end this June the 30th. So I want to first of all start from there. I want to start from there so that, and then kind of, I'm going to start from there. She's going to share portion. Sure. So I don't know. Can you see this? Can you see the?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. He said the final extension. So finally. So yeah, so this is, I want to start here because it gives us just kind of open platform to be able to talk about. So we have been getting a lot of promotion, and actually since they have been in America, they've been giving promotion, world promotion, then state promotion, or nation promotion. But this is the last one because because the organization has moving into another level, which is on a subscription-based platform. So, but we have for this month till the 30th, and again is for the Pacific time, it is at 2:59 p.m. 2:59 p.m. And so it's a Eastern time. It's a Eastern time. That is the European time or German time. If it says 5 p.m. there, whatever, 9 p.m., whatever time it is, but no. So I can bring that up or put it in our Telegram group, like the time frame itself, so that if somebody wants to purchase, they can say, "Oh, I will purchase it in the evening, or maybe on the 30th." We can't do for the Pacific time. You can't pass 3 o'clock. You can't reach 3 o'clock. If you reach, even if it's 1 minute, it's already passed because it's midnight in Germany already. So this is what I want us to be aware of. If anybody wants to upgrade, this is a time for them to do the upgrade and get all the products, all the programs in full. Remember, each of the program has a lot of program inside. So it's just like a program name, but within that has a lot of other programs that are in there. Like just the gold, Healy Gold has so many. Look at, has Pure Care. These are all individual programs. So then you go to, if you go to the Holistic Health, it has also all its individual program that is in that. And the total of that one is 91 program total. So I'm saying this so that if you know someone or that have already a Healy, but want to be able to upgrade it, or you want to purchase for your children, that's what I did. You want to go ahead because all the program, all this 200 and something program, it's 200 to 120 something program, you have it for life when we move from the 1st of July. So, but everything you purchase now is you have it for life. You can subscribe to different program. So anyway, so that's what I want to share now. We have this opportunity to be able to do that. We have opportunity to be able to buy it within this price, a good price that is still going on until June. So be cognizant of that. And if you're sharing it out, you want to make sure that people are aware. It says it's up to 498 different programs. And I was saying 120 is 498 different programs. So that's a lot of programs to have to go through. So you have a lot of choices when you purchase it now. However, when July, get it corrected, Benedicta, July 1 comes, you still have a certain program that comes in that will be a lifetime program. And they have it, and I will post it later. They have it, so it's like they have it like it has pink color, or the pink or purple, I'm not quite sure, but the pink color are the ones that you will keep. Let's say you buy gold. So they will show you all the ones that you're going to keep for that gold, for Healy Gold for life. And then they will have another one that is in blue. Those blue ones, they will give it to you to experience for 3 months. For 3 months. And when you experience this, you can decide either to subscribe to all of them, to have them, or you know what I'm saying, or you don't want to, you know what I'm saying. So if you don't want to, on the 4th month, it's going to disappear. I mean, you're not going to have access to it. Okay, so like now we have a pure, we have all this, and so and then the bioenergetic support, which is I think the bioenergetic support is it's a boost, the boost program, and also the coherence. I think the coherence stays. I think those are the things that stays. I think so. So anyway, each of the program level, there is a certain amount that you will own for life. Okay. And after that, then they show you how the rest that if you experience it again for the 3 months, and if you want to subscribe, if you want to have it, now you can do that subscription. The good thing about the subscription model is that it is I think it's a lesser money to come in, like if getting customers. I mean, if you're showing it to somebody, they have, they don't have to pay such a large amount of money at the very beginning. And then of course, on a monthly basis, they're able to, kind of subscribe. And so anyway, but this is the extension that I wanted to share with you, and then also open it up for questions. Another thing that is new was and Jason already talked about it, is this in the coil. So, and there was a question of what, because you have coil volume 1 or volume 2. So there are the United States and only have coil volume 1. So if you want to go buy your coil, make sure you select volume 1. It's the old, the volume 2. Unfortunately, it should have been volume 1, but the volume 2 has a little clip on at the I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm showing it, and you guys have seen it also in many of those. But it has a little clip at the tip. That's the old one. That's the one they started with. So if anyone had, so it doesn't apply to us. Honestly, it doesn't apply to unless, of course, they sent you old one. I don't know. So it doesn't apply to anyone in the United States, really. That's what they were saying, because most of the ones that came to us already began with that volume, the one that is a V1. Okay, and another thing we need to be cognizant of is the different ways of application. And the founder, Michael Schmicker, shared it, and they've been going on in different, WhatsApp, or different groups, that there are 3 ways to apply. That just makes it 3 ways for us to apply the Healy experience, or for us to apply the program in our body. And then so the first one we started was the microcurrent, which is the one that we use our cables and then our electrode in order to to run it, and that deals with our physical body, which it's like a direct current going to the body. And then the Healy is like a little kind of breeze page, if you want to use your chest place to kind of do it. If it's an illustration for you to understand, it's like it's staying right between, the under your under your heart place, okay, and then it's connecting. So it works from that element. So it's connecting the upper area and the bottom area together. So then the resonance, which goes with it deals with the aura, and I know somebody else has a better word to say, but it deals with the aura, your energetic, your system, your aura. So it's Marcus, when he was talking, said it has to do with, it's like you're really dealing with your physical body, the emotional, and your spiritual element. So know that not one does not replace the other. That's what they're saying. The good thing about the coil is that you can use it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You can use it anywhere, but there are programs that don't have that. And I know John L. Drew the circle for us. That 3 circle. It kind of looks, the 3 circle together. That is on the number. If you're looking at the watch or clock, is number 2. So any program that doesn't have that doesn't really function well. No, that doesn't function. It just doesn't function where you don't get the full benefit if you run with the coil. So that's those things that are called for. Like if you're dealing with pain, if you're having pain, you want to use microcurrent if a lot of pain is. You can do resonance over it, but in terms of the intensity is what you miss when you do that. You still get the result, but the thing is, if you're looking for the intense and immediate action, that's you want to make sure that you have those 3 things. I really enjoyed the call because most of the programs have that, and I've been running most of the things I need, like almost all the meridians. I think all the meridian program also have that 3 levels. So anyway, and then we showed it last week, so I want to also make sure that you see that. I don't know if it's clear enough for you to see just those 3 levels. So anyway, I want to stop there. So because I do want to address that some people who will upgrade or have already upgraded, but there are process for you to actually begin to enjoy your new upgrade into resonance. So I want to see if we can stop here and then continue when we answer some questions. All right. So let's start. Anybody have a question first before we go? Yes, go ahead, Andrea.
So if you have the resonant now, nothing is going to change with that, correct? Is that correct?
Yes, there's no program change there at all. So yes, you have all the program that they have right now in that resonance.
Okay. I have the watch.
Okay.
But I never got it activated.
Okay.
And if I sign up for the watch now, will my subscription go up after the change, or would it stay?
Well, I think they said everything that is done now, so that will stay with the model now. Anything you do from now until the 30th of May, that's for the Pacific. Anything you do from now until the 2:59 Pacific time. I'm speaking because I'm in Pacific time, but you can also make sure that you understand it in wherever you are. Okay, but anything's done stays. Even if you let's just say somebody came to buy it on that particular moment and they bought it, they still work under the old, under the current system. It will not go into anything that is purchased or has, it will stay. Yeah. So anything you want to do now, and you want to make sure you do it now, because if you want it to stay with whatever you have, you do it. Okay.
Okay. The other question I had, I don't know if I can be assisted with this or not, and I did send in 2 tickets. I went to try to sign up for and purchase the watch subscription, but my name had too many characters.
Okay.
And so I went to try to change it in my back office, and I got a red circle with a red line through it when I tried to change my name. There was other things I could change, but not my name.
They won't let you change your name on the back office. I've had to go through that myself. In fact, you know, I've been earning money with Healy, and I haven't been able to collect on it because the e-wallet was separate from the name, and the name was different on that. So I finally just got it cleared up this entire time. But if you don't get a response through the back office ticket, I would suggest going to, and Mama O, I know you did this too, go on to the e-wallet and send them a separate email, which their email is on your back office, and then explain to them what's going on, and then they'll be able to correct it on their side. So that would be one thing I would suggest to do.
So would that change in my back office?
Yes, you'll find that when you log in, it's under, yeah, where you were doing your editing and all that, or actually you want to go to payouts, I think it is. You click on payouts, and then you'll see an email that says e-wallets or support at e-wallet something. Yeah, that's the one that you want to email.
But that's also dealing with money. It's dealing with money. It's going to have.
But also the name change.
Oh, the name change too. Okay,
yeah,
to reflect.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the only way I was able to correct my issue, unfortunately.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
fortunately, but you know, it took a long time. But yeah, so yeah.
When you got e-wallet to change the name, it automatically updated your Healy dashboard section.
It did.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, perfect.
All right. So that one is good. All right. Okay. Next person.
I think Julie's kitty has a question.
Okay. Okay.
It is. Hello, everybody. It is
Hello,
about
Julie.
Hi. It is about the watch, but in a different way. I'm not in a position to purchase the watch. My question is that we were given on I think it was the red on the red dot. Was it? Oh no, on the resonance. We were given 2 watch programs, but obviously without the watch you can't run it. Yeah, that I'm not sure that's right. So
no,
my question.
Anything in the resonance they gave, they send, you can run it. You just can't do. You can't do the microcurrent on it.
Oh right.
Yes, you can do the microcurrent, and even the coil. You can't really run the coil there because it's not on that on this on the what do you call it, the pink pink dot. It's
right.
not on that. Yes, so on that the Healy. So and that's one question I asked today was also I have a program that I'm subscribing to, but then they end up giving it for free for everybody in the resonance. So I was like, I would go in the resonance and like, oh, I can run it here in resonance. Why do I, you know, then why am I paying here? So this question was cleared for me, and other people, after I asked that question, other people asked the same question as well today in today's update. They said that the things that in the resonance has nothing to do with, I mean, you know, it has nothing to do with the subscription comes with the, you know, blue, I mean, the pink dot. We gotta get the Healy pink dot. So, but the resonance is something that you can run. So if you want to be able to benefit, so there is a different effect, obviously. That's why they say these are 3 ways to get the benefit. So the one that is on the pink app is the one that allows you to use the microcurrent, to talk about the microcurrent frequency on your body to run it. So they told me, no, it's that one operates in a different frequency, the other one operating different. So so I don't know if it helps a little bit for your question, but you can run anything that is on that resonance yeah, you can run it. You can vibrate it.
That's great. Thank you. So then my other question would be that when I come to purchase a watch, am I correct in saying then that I will actually have to do a subscription to run it? Or can I match those frequencies with the watch, the ones that were given
No,
free?
you have. I think you have to have a subscription to. If you're buying the bundle, yes, you have to have the subscription to be able to do that. Yeah.
To use the microcurrent, you have to have the subscription. To use the different type of current that you receive using the bioenergetic field, that's what uses your resonance. And then what Mama O was saying about the coil uses a different kind of current as well. It's different than the microcurrent, but they're all things that our body needs. We need to, if we can, make use of all of them.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you, Pastor.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay. Let me see if somebody else, then I'll come back to Andrea. Okay. Anybody else before we get back to Andrea with the questions or comments? Okay, let's go back to Andrea. Andrea, go ahead.
Okay, so to clarify, we have the Healy watch programs on our resonant, and the difference between that and actually having the watch, the watch is actually microcurrent. I mean,
yes. So when you to get it, yes, it's a microcurrent. Yeah, driven.
Well, also the watch has other benefits than just what the Healy does by itself. The Healy with your watch is able to do that, yes. However, the watch has other components to it that that the Healy doesn't have by itself. So having the subscription is what makes the watch be activated and be able to use it with all the benefits that it has. I think Caroline has a watch too, and I don't know if she's available to chat, but she could share a little bit, hopefully, maybe if she's available, to share a little bit about what she's learned about the watch. I have not received my watch yet. I haven't ordered it as of yet. So I think she's still learning how to use hers too. So
I'm still learning.
Yes. So
yeah.
Okay, what have you learned so far? Do you want to share?
Well, I like the sleep part of it, where it shows me what levels of sleep I'm getting and how much. And I have not where you run the meridians on the clock based on the meridian clock. I have not been able to integrate that into my other programs that I run because I do so much with all my other stuff. But that was part of the reason I got the watch, besides, because it does everything that a fitness watch does, including you get your messages on it and, all that kind of stuff. But you don't, you get, the steps and things like that. So the real reason that I got it was for the meridian clock and for the sleep patterns. It also gives you it'll give you an EKG readout, which is kind of cool. Like if you're having heart problems or something like that. I still don't totally understand all the functionality of it and how that applies. Other than just watching the sleep patterns and then using it for like, oh, okay, well, I'm exercising or I'm tracking how many miles, I'm walking a day, how many steps, other than that. But so I don't know. That's all I can explain about it, which isn't a lot.
But it's more than us because we don't have one. So,
Okay.
But so that's what's really cool about this group. So thank you for sharing that, Caroline. That's awesome. I think that's still very, really beneficial too. So that's awesome.
I don't get a lot of sleep, if y'all want to know.
As of
You
late,
don't do
me
what?
either. Weird.
Don't get a lot of sleep. I don't get very much deep sleep at all.
Wow.
So less than 2 hours a night consistently.
Wow. Okay. So does he have a system where you are able to, does he send you back to Healy to run some, sleep pattern?
No, I mean,
program?
I can go and run sleep patterns.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, so it's very enlightening to see all
Good.
that.
Good,
And you
good,
see
good.
like your light, your medium, and then your deep sleep. And it tells you like how much you should be getting. Although, when you look at mystics of the past, a lot of them didn't sleep a lot. So I don't know, we just need to be open to what God is showing us with this and just figure out how it applies to us. I don't know. Those are my only thoughts.
Yeah, and also there are some people that can, they have a, hold on, I guess.
I think we're a little distracted today. My dog keeps jumping on my bed and I keep trying to pull her down. I'm like, knock it off. Get off my bed. Anyway.
And you see my laundry behind me. I had to move to a different room today because my family's all in the other area that I usually am in.
Right. My family too. Our power went out today and I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to be downstairs instead of, oh, well. But anyway, you adjust. But one thing that you were talking about with the sleep pattern, I find I used to be such a really good sleeper. And I would say within the last 2 or 3 months, last 6 months, I'm not sleeping very well. And it's really weird, like not that deep sleep that you're talking about. So I guess I need to go and do more of the sleep program and find out what's going on there. But you're right about the mystics about not sleeping as much. I don't know what the purpose is behind that. I know that I know our bodies need to have that deep sleep, but having that better, also having that understanding as well is good. But my mind is always everywhere. I have to shut it off in order for me to calm down to sleep. But yeah, has anybody else in the group had the benefit of the sleep program? Because that actually would be good to know, because there's a friend of mine who is probably going to be purchasing before the end of the month. And his wife has, this is a question that I think I have. His wife has sleep apnea. Has anybody had any experience with it helping with sleep apnea? And then also with the sleep programs in general, what benefit have you seen in doing that? Because I have yet to really use the sleep programs. So that would be actually a really good question, I think, for me to ask, if you don't mind, while we're on that subject.
Well, I do know somebody that uses it and the outcome that they experience, and which has been really good, hearing from the person. I think it was one of the veterans, and a couple of the veterans actually, that have been, I guess, diagnosed with a sleep problem. And so since they began to use Healy based on it, they were saying that if anybody say that Healy doesn't work, at least what that person says is like, at least one thing they know for sure is that the sleep program does work. So of course, the sleep program is what they're using for veterans now. So I do know some veterans that have used it, that have shared, how it has allowed them to be able to sleep well, sleep deep, and be able to, which they never had the privilege of before. Myself, I have only used it once, because my problem is not going to sleep. My problem is not sleeping. It's just getting myself to lie down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do know there are sometimes when there's so much going on and I'm working on so much, and then my body started getting tired. So that was one time I did that. I did know that I fell asleep. I don't know the levels, to be honest. I don't know, what I was in a deep sleep, what level I was in, but I do know that I woke up refreshed. I did sleep, with that. So I don't have much because I don't use it, I don't use it often. Okay.
Oh, Donnelly made a comment.
Okay, somebody made a comment. Yeah,
sleep is influenced or connected to many hormones. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know.
Is it good? Okay.
Hormone levels. So then that would probably be helpful to know what other program you can run with that as well, because there is like a hormonal, I think, on the pink.
Yes, yeah, the pink dot, has a hormonal.
Yeah. Oh, and Julie has something to say too.
Yes, Julie. Yes.
I've had sort of disturbed sleep, the last 6 months. Sorry. Anyway, I've been recording, as you know, journaling every day. So in the morning, I record how I've slept and what program I ran the day before. And I do run the sleep programs, not every day, but it seems to me that taking the vital vitamins or whatever it's
Substances,
called.
yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And Schussler salts. I mean, that's the one I run regularly. So it seems to me that is actually helping as much as the sleep program. That's my body is changing. I mean, it's actually doing some other amazing things because I've had, you know, I don't want to be too graphic, but sort of bowel, digestive sort of problems, and I'm stabilizing in that area. So it seems to me that those other two programs are helping. Okay. And another thing, a practical thing, I don't do it, I'm not very good at it, but try to come off, the screen like an hour before I go to bed. That would be ideal, but I don't do it very well. I have the best of intentions to do it, but so I find if I've been on a Zoom, and then I go and look at, I don't know, another recording or a Bible study or whatever, as good as it is, I'm too
it's hard.
overstimulated.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that the onus then is on me to work that one out or listen to some music or something. But yeah, that's
wonderful.
Yeah.
Lily, did you have some comment to make, a question?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't been on so long. I just want to be on to catch up to see if there's anything, I missed and I learned. I'm just listening and benefiting. But when you talk about the sleep program, I just realized I've been kind of like you, Destiny. After I saw your suggestion, I've been running resonance only because it's faster, and catch. Yeah. But I have been changing. At least last month was the first time I'm actually using Healy every day. I mean, that to me, that's a personal thing. I was like, oh, at least I'm making improvements. But my sleep, the fine flow has been very low. It's been like in the teens, 17, 18, and I've been noticing, and I don't know why. And I honestly have not had time to look in the manual. I'm one of those people always on the go. So when you were talking, I said, well, let me just hook it up. Give me some microcurrent. But I've always slept very well, but again, it's just not getting enough hours of sleep. I think we're all just so busy. And this week I finally told myself I need to get myself 7 hours. I feel my body's running down. Looking at the data from Resolute, all program, the protection program, all that's like focus on what are the low one. And I was like, why is it? I don't know. I think we go through seasons. Sometimes our body just wear out. So my goal this week is just give myself at least 7 or 8 hours a day, if possible, go to bed early, and to see the fine flow will come back up. I don't know what caused these numbers up and down, but I think it's an indicator. And there's something about me, there's a scar system too, that was out of nowhere, out of the old all program I run it, it's like, it was very low in the 20 something. Scar system. It's not local scar. And I have no idea what that means.
I think that one is run under the skin program, isn't it? Mama O, is it run on? I think it's on the skin program. That one pops up under that one. Scars. Yeah. If I think about over the years, things that like maybe would have caused some scar tissue or something, it's very possible. Maybe even like, I don't know if you've had surgeries or in the past or anything, it could be picking up something from that. It's really hard to say because everybody, we all have had our lives that we've gone through. So I guess the biggest thing would be take it to the Lord and say, hey, Lord, this is popping up on there. Maybe give me some sort of vision or understanding of why this is popping up, because I do realize sometimes I do have to do that, and then we get busy and then we forget again. But then and I totally am relating to what you're saying, but that's something that I would say, because when that pops up on mine, I'm like, scar tissue, okay, and then I have to go back and think about my life and I have to think about what could that be. It would be nice if it specified, okay, what area of the body possibly like that scar tissue that it's
Right.
focused on. But that's why I think, God gave us as a tool, but in our relationship with him, if we combine it, then we would be able to pinpoint more about what that might be. So, but I definitely am relating to what you're saying for sure. So yeah, but the sleep thing, I don't know. And maybe it's because of the transitional age that we're in spiritually. And I can say that for most of everybody who's here today, but also, in conjunction with this, I mean, we're going through a lot of changes. I mean, by using these frequencies, our bodies are adjusting to that. And so we're trying to adjust to the frequency, and then our body changing based on that. And so I think I find myself, I've been really run out, like just worn down. And I'm like, why am I tired all the time? But then also, I know Caroline mentioned that they're also, and I didn't realize that too, because there was like a certain programs that you run that do kind of drain you. So like the homeopathic one, I thought the information that one reveals is very, very interesting and seems to be very accurate. And then there's a couple others. I think, what was it? The Bach flowers, I think, is the one that you said, Caroline, is another one that just kind of drains your energy. So I think one thing that I think we could all learn from, that I know that I need to be more diligent about, is when Julie records what she's doing, going back and looking to see what your history is, to see, okay, that day I ran this program and I was really, really tired that day, or so on and so forth. And then who knows what kind of stress level. So I think all it contributes. But I don't, does Caroline, you have something to say on that?
Yeah, it's kind of adjacent to it, but it's with the running your auras and looking at the chakras. I was just wanted to share what I've been experiencing, which has been a little bit different. And that is, on my totals, some days I'll be in the 90s where I'm way up. And then other days I'm literally like, I've been at 0, down in like below 5. That is dramatic shift within those energy patterns within you. And so I've been praying about that, seeking God, and just trying to get an answer. What is going on with that within me, and how is that happening? And I was talking with a friend who has a Healy, a prayer partner of mine, and she was like, I'm wondering if it's not those that are on the front line in this shift of what we're doing. We are really pressing in and pushing forth and making a path for those that are coming behind. And that is a lot of, it's pressure.
Yes, it takes a lot.
Yes. It takes a whole lot. And and so that really resonated with me. And I really believe, because she was saying, she brought up the point about when she runs it on her husband, he's never showing any, he stays high. Okay. He stays above the midline, but he has no clue. Right? Okay. Right. I mean, in reality, he doesn't. Okay. He's not, I mean, he's in process, but he's a little bit behind. And that's, that's kind of like my husband, who is in process. I mean, but of course he's a little bit further, because he's like, I need my frequencies. Have you like scanned me? And, but thank goodness, I'm thankful, very thankful for that. But and so a lot of that has to do with our thinking, right? With our mindset. Right. So for those of us that are engaged with this, then it is affecting us. So like, let's take this, sweet guy who loves the Lord, who is growing, who, seeks God, and yet it never affects him. He stays above the midline all the time. Lenora has some bouncing. Okay. I'm having major bouncing.
Right.
And but we're conscious of it. So we're in the presence of the shifting that we're in, and we're engaging it. And it's just, it's a lot of change because what we're doing is we're shifting our unconscious, right, into our conscious. Right. For our physical bodies to come into the fullness of how God connected us, how he created us, so that we can be connected, body, soul, and spirit, aligned correctly within those frequencies. Yep. And we're paving a path.
Yep.
So
Amen.
I was
That's
reading
good.
today, just in agreement with what you're saying. I was reading today. I don't know if you guys printed this in the Dublin, my doubling, my doubles. You're talking about how whenever they're doing the physics and biology in the natural, so they said whenever on the brain. So when a brain is like an open system, and whenever you allow yourself to learn something or to get a different an understanding of a certain thing, you say you literally change. You literally change. You're no longer the same person, even though you say have your physical. But when you understand something, your brain understands it literally. There's a change, there's a transformation. So those of us, so you guys, those of us who are present into these things is something that is different from the way we used to know things or the way we used to do things. Each time we get understanding of something like, oh my goodness, oh wow, this can do this. We totally change. So you see you're shifting. I mean, it's like a changeling, but it's like you see the changeling happening within you, inside of you as a person. Even like the scripture says is that we move in as we move from one level, and it's something that happens constantly as we engage. Like you said, as we engage, we change, we transform. Our bodies are being transformed, our minds are being transformed, like the scripture said, being transformed by the renewal of your mind. So the renewal of our mind is like we are learning a new technology. We are engaging, and it's not just a matter of usage for us. We want to understand why Father sent this. We want to understand, and we want to be able to help others. So we engaging in not only for ourselves to use it to benefit, but we're engaging and looking at needs of others. Like you've been thinking about somebody like, oh, if this person has this could happen. So there is something that's constantly happening in you that's causing that changeling, if I want to use the word, or causing that shift, so that when you can run this and then you show, they're like, oh my God, I cried. I'm laughing because I started running the resonance of myself regularly, and then that's why I'm like, oh my God, no, what's happened? Did I backslide? Did I become you know what I'm saying? Like as I say, I started question, and then when I read what I read, that doubling in ourselves. So I don't know if you guys have opportunity to print it out. I think it's still when he when he did the Frequency Friday, there's so many books he mentioned, and this guy, I mean, it's like the only person I relate him with Dr. O, because he's so brilliant. It has all these people, all these ancient people that have, in biology, in physics, and all kinds of things. He's quoting them. So he's not just talking from my own experience. I experienced this. He's talking about documented. He's talking about research. He's talking about things that have been tested. So, and I'm having to. Today I was just reading that, like, oh my God, when it just hit me, I said, oh, okay, because now it's no longer the Benedicta that was, this yesterday doing this. It is a new change. I've changed, even though my physical body still look the same and others, but eternally I have changed because there's a new ideas and a new information that has entered in. So I think it's just to
Amen.
piggyback on what you said, Caroline.
A good analogy that I've seen before is like, if you imagine like a jar full of water with sand on the bottom, and then you shake it up and everything gets all crazy. The sand is like mixing around. It's kind of like we have this sediment within us that we're trying to, deal with. And then all of a sudden when we're using these frequencies, it shakes it all up and we're like, we're like freaking out, and we're like, what's going on? But it's a good thing, because, the goal is to remove that sediment, so that way we can be in the wholeness and be in the fullness of what God has created us to be. So, amen to all of that. Praise God. That's awesome.
Hey,
I thought I saw Monique. I think she stepped out for Monique.
Yeah,
Monique was
yeah.
there. But I want to ask anyone else that have question. I know James is driving, so if he has questions, he can ask. We'll still be able to answer.
I just got home. Give me like 2 minutes. I've been
Okay.
listening, but I was in Costco, so I was
Oh, okay.
listening the entire time. Got to get it all done at once, you know?
Okay. All right.
Give me like 2 minutes, but I'm still listening, and I'll get to my computer, and then I'll share some
Okay,
things I've been
okay.
getting. So
Wonderful,
I love
wonderful.
everything. I love everything I'm hearing. So
So awesome. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So what, Nancy, any question? I know we will be dealing with yes, go ahead, Nancy, if you have some questions.
you're mute.
You still mute?
Well,
There she is.
yes. Hi, everybody. What I'm trying to do is basically upload everything. But with me and from what I'm doing and from listening to everybody, what everybody was saying, it's just so amazing. We're in a position now where we can use something to allow our bodies and our health to be normal the way that God has orchestrated it. And the thing with me and what I do, like sleep at night, I go to sleep, okay? Because what we gotta do, no, and we get sometimes so concerned about everybody else. And sometimes we don't take care of ourselves. First of all, you need to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you are not going to reap the harvest that God has given us, because you can pray for other people and that's it. But you first got to take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, your body, you're on the healing now, but it's not going to do anything, because what you're doing is you troubling yourself about what Joe is saying and what Sue is saying, and they're not doing this. We can't go against anybody's will. Their wills is their will. God don't go against it. So what we need to do is pray for them and do what we're supposed to do right. Eat right. Don't eat everything come across your plate. It's not great for us. We're taking the healing, but when you're taking the healing, we got to line our bodies up with the word, eat right, don't get stressed out, and just love people. That's so easy to do. So listen, and what I'm doing, I'll tell you, I like what I have with the Healy, but prior to that, I was doing well before then, and I'm going to do even better. Like I told you all before, I'm 74. I don't take no medication. I sleep well at night because I love people. And guess what? My heart is right. So whatever they say, that's between them and God. So we've got to learn to do what God has orchestrated us to do. We are great people. And we got to live that life the way that God has given it to us. All of you all great. And I love what everybody has said about themselves, but love yourself and sleep at night, okay? Shut it down. You got it, shut it down and go to sleep. And I pray before I go to sleep and I speak in tongues. And guess what? I have a good night's sleep, okay? Because you're spending money to help your body and your health. But in the meantime, you got to make your mind, everything else function properly so that you will reap the harvest. Y'all are great people. Keep it up. You're great people, but take care of yourself, okay? That's vitally important, okay?
Yes, thank you.
And
I'm waiting for my Healy. And another question, we'll have to wear the band when I upgrade. No. Actually, I'm gonna do the upgrade after I finish. I'm gonna show you. Because I was gonna walk with, and it's because it's not just you. So, John Lee. I gotta get this name right. Journaly. Okay, sorry. Journaly. So she also upgrade. So I want to show you guys what time we have. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to show you too, and it won't take long.
Okay, no problem.
So I don't know if Darlene, do you want to say something, Darlene, before? I saw Monique, but I can't see her anymore.
No, thank you.
Okay, what about, how are you doing? How's your healing working for you, my dear? Darlene?
Oh, you talking to me, Pastor? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes. Is it working? I mean, how are you experiencing your the Healy now?
I haven't been using it on a regular yet.
Okay, okay, all right, okay. So there's a program called Coherence. So I think if I know we did it once together, and it would be good for us to do it again. So I want to encourage you when we start. So for you to start, even if you nothing else, do the Coherence. I ran Coherence this morning. Okay. Then of course I told you guys I did my liver and my kidney already. So if you decide, just begin to do one of those things at least, because the Coherence program is it has to do with the heart alignment. I know that, our prayer and all of them were aligned, but, so it's like, they said, somebody's like, oh, God made me beautiful. Why should I put this? But he made you beautiful, but also it's also good for you that you take a shower and do all those things. So it's not in place of, but rather it's not in place of, it's not like, okay, I'm not going to pray because I use Healy, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, so those things is, and those things is like how we beautify the house of God's beauty, because he said, we are God's house. So beautify the house of his beauty is, what Nancy we're talking about. For also, you take extra step with the food, you take extra eat nutritional food and do the exercise and whatever needs to be done. I'm talking to myself, which I need to do. Really intentional, create a pattern. Like you wake up in the morning as you're doing your devotion, you know that you're going to go do exercise, and that's something that, I'm doing it, but I haven't been very consistent doing it. And I'm speaking that right now. And that's a commitment I'm giving myself, that every morning, just I'll walk around, do like the chicken, take care of this, but I don't sometimes, some days like today, some days I didn't do the mile or I'm not even like just walk around the property. That's taken care of. So just to begin to use some of these things little by little, okay? So you begin to see the benefit. The only way we can see the benefit of anything that we have is when we use it. All right. So I wanted to share. James is on. So, but why James, if you have your question, you can go ahead, or your comment. But I want to share with us, for those that upgrade, what you need to make sure that you have. Let me go back. Let me go. How you have to download the ways. So,
you want James to speak while you're looking at it?
Yes, well, I'm just up.
Sure.
Yeah. So James,
Sure.
if you
Hi,
have
James.
anything.
Hi everyone.
How are you?
Good, very good. Glad to be here. I missed last week. I hate missing. I like to jump on and see all your beautiful faces and hear everybody.
Oh, we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate all of you. Real quick, you did have a question, or you did have something you said. I jumped on maybe about 5 minutes into the call. You said something about by 2:59 p.m. Is there something happening?
So the end of the promotion is on June 30th, 2:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, meaning that's the German time that it's going to be ending. So okay. This is the last of the promotion for us to be able to get all the special upgrades that we can get with our Healys, because then it's going to the new business model and platform, and a lot of it's going to be subscription based. So anybody that signs up now will basically be grandfathered in by being able to keep everything that they have with their programs. But after that, it'll be all the new platforms. So then that will be no longer.
And so just to jump on that, so I have residents, but I'd be curious to know, and we don't have to get into it now, but I'd be curious to know what's available to upgrade. So to be able to decide what
I asked that question. I asked that question many times today during our call from the corporate update regarding if there is an opportunity to be able to upgrade from residents to the professional. However, yeah, they didn't really answer the question. I had a private message from somebody that said that basically everything that we get with the residents is what we get, and we'll always be able to keep that, period. The professional that'll be coming on July 1st will have new programs that will be in addition to it, like some subscription programs that will also be included. That'll be like a lifetime kind of thing. But we don't know what that's all going to entail until July 1st because they haven't revealed all that yet. So basically, if you already have residents and you have there's really nothing else that you can do to upgrade. So it's more so for people who have Gold, Holistic Health Plus, and all that. If they want to upgrade to residents, this is the time to do so.
That makes sense. So I imagine that, and I think I heard it mentioned once or twice, that whatever you have when it moves over to subscription based, you're sort of grandfathered into what you have regardless. Is that correct?
Yeah,
That's
whatever you currently have, you'll be able to keep. It won't be taken away from you. You'll be able to keep it.
Makes sense.
And he even said this that I thought was good, because it was a good question, was that if for some reason, even being grandfathered in, if something were to happen to your Healy, his example was if you drop it in the toilet or in the water or anything, he said that they would still honor. Yeah. Oh, you have? I try to make sure I don't bring it with me into the restroom just in case, because I'm like, I don't want that to happen. TMI, everybody.
I have to please edit this part of the video out. I had to admit my clip had broken and I had it just fell.
Oh no.
But you know what? They sent me a new one, and good. I have to send this other one back. And
they said they would still honor that. So that's good to know. In case
they are really good in terms of being able to, when you share the mishap that happens to all of us. They're really they're helpful to give you another one.
It's not a bath toy or a floaty, so
right.
Yeah. So anyway, so that one is clear. The professional is a separate entity. It's a separate entity. So I think that one will unfold itself as if we will have the resonance if we want to get it, or if maybe there's a whatever. How do we get it if we want to get it? I think that's going to be made clear when we actually get into that. So
I did see that obviously having the residents, and you said there wasn't really much to upgrade, but I do see when I log into the store or the shop, you can select certain things, like digital nutrition and like the animal thing. I mean, there's are those considered upgrades or
no? Those are subscriptions. You can subscribe. Those are subscription based.
Yeah, the animal one, you have to purchase a package to go with it, because the animals have to use something separate on them, because obviously most of them have paws or fur and all that. So there's like a whole different kit that you buy for the animals, but then it is run on a separate subscription. From what we're hearing, there will be some subscriptions that will be included in different tiers, basically, from what they were sharing today and last week, which I'm still grasping. They said there's no way that they said that we'd understand fully right now, but is that like on one of the tiers is a certain amount of subscriptions that are going to come with the programs of, like, say, the Gold Cycle and so on and so forth. So I don't know which ones as of July 1st are going to be included with, say, the professional, or with which one. I don't know. But right now, as it is between now and June 30th, there's everything subscription based. Like, I mean, those programs that you're referring to, the Analyze app.
Yes, the Analyze app, exactly.
And the Animal, and then the Watch, and then
have you seen, what about this app, the Healy Advisor app?
Yeah, that's the one that we're supposed to get and not have to pay for, as far as I know, from what I've heard.
They are required. Listen, it's not the word suppose. I mean, just change the language. I mean, the verb. They said they are asking the product group, which includes Doc Steve, are asking Healy to see if they can give that free so that everybody can have that as a part of the Healy. But that has not happened yet, so we don't know, because they say we don't know if we are going, just like we have they give free of all the stuff. We don't know if they're going to give that for free for us. That's the if.
Right
it's
now,
still
it's
on the
it.
if is
Yeah.
on the if stage right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want for those who's another one, James.
No, that's fine. I can go back later. I know that you have something, a coil that's part of
There's some people, like we have 2 people that that have that upgraded, that needed to know what else to do. So this is a video that I put it in our Vibrate Life, but I think that I don't know if it's let me see how if we can see it. If we can see, so this is the App Store. It's probably lower, but I think it's probably going to be higher when you listen to it by yourself. Okay. Okay, so this is I put it there so that we for those sorry, I did not yeah, sorry. Sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys.
That's happened.
I'm so sorry. Yes. So anyway, but with that, so for you who have just upgraded to this, is so when you go, you're gonna create is that iCloud account. So you create it following that sample. But if you did it and it still doesn't work, I need to know. So I think I'm gonna work with you, Nancy, if yours didn't go through. So that's really what it's asking you. Create that. So the iCloud, what it allows you is is to save your master key. There's something called master key, and the master key is only applicable with the resonance. So it doesn't happen. You don't need the master key for any other like the Pink app, but for resonance, you need a master key to be able to run it. So that master key is a document actually. So it's not like it's a big document. It's like, almost like 2 pages. So when you do that, you're going to save it. You save it in the cloud, but also what I did is that I saved it into my my own document. Just save it into several places so that you can open it. That's what before I thought it was like the key was like a number, but it's really a written program, that runs that. So so when you open it, you just have like little stuff, the things that the description or whatever it is, but it's the written program for that particular program area for the resonance. Okay, so that's what we need to do in order for you to run. Even for those who purchase, you still have to do that to save the master key so that you'll be able to run it. And if you want to transfer it, if let's say you get another device, now you can go back to your document and then forward that information, that the master key document, into the next device that you're going to use. All right, so that you can run that. So I want to be able to help anyone that upgraded, that are having some issues, have not actually known how to run it yet. Okay, so if that is any other question, if not, I want to focus on the people that may have that. Any other question, or should we call it a day because it's 2:09?
Yvette, you were very quiet today. Did you have any questions? And hi.
No, thank you. Not really.
So good to see you.
I listened to you and I agreed with most things. I found that I don't sleep as well as I ought to, but I am so positive that I am being changed. I know that the Lord has been delivering strong deliverance. And I am sure about that. So I am just yielding to it. And I know that I will get to the point that I'm supposed to get to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me just jump in for just a second, because as I was listening to everybody share about sleep, we're all in the same boat with this one. I have been using the Healy to assist in, bringing down I sort of interpret it as bringing down your frequency to prepare yourself for rest. Mm-hmm. And so along with my regular, morning meditation, breathing disciplines, and then in the evening and trying to prepare for the best night's sleep. Obviously nutrition is key, all those different components that we can do in the natural, but I do, and I forgot who shared it earlier, but the Lord is really taking us deeper. Who is it that said, there's those that go ahead and pave a way and prepare a path?
Caroline. Yeah.
Was it Caroline? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she still with us, or did she jump off?
No, she had to jump off.
Yeah. Well, I think she's spot on with that too. I mean, a lot of us are forerunners, pioneers, and we're just digging to prepare. And it's a deep work from upstairs. It really is. And also too, I've always said it like this, the Lord's always impressed me to say it, that we're being taken out of one reality and brought into the real reality. And that is the mind can't really fully grasp that. But as we're all sharing in things, the Lord keeps stirring in me the scripture, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. But there's things in our hearts that we're not even aware of consciously. Mm-hmm. And so I know for some of the areas that I've been tribulated in and growing up in, very dramatic upbringing and tribulation and abuse and things like that, I'm still now at a point where it's almost very raw. Like I'm being able to look at things in a different way, to go and deal with it, to feel it and deal, to feel and deal in order to heal, as my wonderful wife says in all her courses. It's so true. And being a man, being a little bit more, and you ladies, and for those that have husbands can relate, but men are typically more disconnected emotionally and shut down. And so I do believe that the Lord is revealing more of himself as a father to us all. So our concepts perhaps of our Father and the Divine Father has been blocking some of our areas where we're able to enter into rest. Because I think sleep really comes down to rest.
Yes, I see.
If you can be at rest, then your body will go into a place of peace and it will sleep. And I don't have the Healy watch, but I'm interested in that. But I have another thing that I wear called a Whoop strap, which measures sleep patterns, heart rate variability, and it tracks my sleeping, whether it's deep sleep or REM sleep. There's REM sleep and then there's deep sleep. Mm-hmm. So I'm hovering around that 2 hours of deep sleep a night, and I think that it. Even though sometimes you sleep deeply or you even get a good long amount of sleep and you wake up feeling okay, still I think there's areas in our heart that the Lord is taking us and revealing things in us. But it's such a dire work. He couldn't unload it all at one time to really reveal to us the full essence nature of who he is and who we are. Because, and I know you can appreciate this, we are so much bigger than we even realize. I was in meditation the other day and the Lord was showing me, I literally saw how I'm just going to go, Mama, I'm going to go doctor on it, I guess, for a minute. But I mean, to say that we have an eternity inside of us, I got this strong essence of just like the entire, every creation literally is inside of us. It's unbelievable when you can see that. And I had this experience where I was having a sense of what that was. And then I was moved with compassion for creation in such a different way. And so these are things that I believe, all these little things along the way, God is preparing us because of what we are capable of carrying. And I think that what we carry isn't something we carry here. You can't just grab onto it. It's not it's not from the reasoning place. So you have to be brought into it little by little, from glory to glory. Yes. And so that's really where we're all headed, and in that process, we're being it's unresting, if you will. So we're all sort of experiencing that maybe lack of rest and sleep. That's the best way I would interpret it. But it's all good. I mean, where we're going and what we're being brought into, it's amazing. And I always remind myself, I said, you know what, even like my life isn't going to end, and we're not bound by time. We're going to live for eternity, and we're going to be doing different things once we transition past this physical form. This, I don't know if you've heard this before. I'll finish with this, but I mean, maybe you've heard this, but NASA did a study. I think I heard this from Ian Clayton years ago. He said that NASA did a study where they sent out every known frequency into deep space. And 4 years later, the only frequency that came back, and there was one that came back, it was the frequency where we get our holograms from. And since we're all talking about frequencies, a hologram is a frequency where you can just send us a frequency and then you have an image appear. I mean, something will physically appear in front of you, but it's hollow. It's a hologram. You can put your hand through it, right? So they have technology that can do this. So NASA had said in a statement, they said, perhaps we're all just holograms. And if you think about it,
yes,
when God is God, he is frequency. So as long as that frequency is emitting, we're in this form, but eventually that will pass away and perhaps we'll be doing something else. I mean, it's wild. It's just wild to think. And I think we don't have to get too wrapped up in our current state all the time.
That's right. That's right. All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
That was a little deep.
I know. That's not.
It was good, James.
You forgot the team you're talking to. You forgot the team you're talking about deep. You forgot the group you're talking to. No, it's not. Yeah. It's not that. It's not that too deep at all. It's So anyway, I want to thank you for sharing. But
I think it's great because I think we can use this to really bring that reality and that sort of just that shift into the space of others. Mm-hmm. They can experience it and then they can almost be taught the real reality, the world we
really. We invite you because this is what we're talking about. at the very beginning. We talked at the beginning, but even today, usually, so we start with prayer. We start usually at 12:30. I know you're busy at the time, but we speak into the atmosphere as what we are standing for the device itself. So we actually we come together at that 12:30 and we pray and we speak into this. And so this is a device that let's just say a download that I know that believers. I know my husband, one of those who prayed and asked the Lord to send, it's been, saying something that will not cause all this negative effect on people. Like when you take medicine and it gives you the other side effect. So I know that there are many Christians all over the world that have been asking for something supernatural, and God sent this to us. And so it's a device, it's a tool for us to. We're talking today. We talked about how it is just a device for us to magnify God, to say, how awesome are you? To be able to, it's a tangible element, a tangible object for us to know, what I'm saying, for who we are and what God is doing. It's just for us to remind us, this is what God is doing. God is, you mentioned it as well, it's frequency. Everything in the world is frequency. And for us to be able to have something in our hand as a token, if you may use that word, to be able, it's like a remembrance of something and to what God's doing. Because we don't praise this, the tool itself. We praise the maker, the creator, the giver of our life. So, hey, that's it. Thank you, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you next week. If Janelle, if you want to stay with Nancy, I can walk you guys through. Did you get yours downloaded?
The blue
Johnny
app?
L, yeah, the blue dot app. Did you,
Yes.
were you able to? Okay, so I want to say bye to everyone else, and let me see if I can work with my two beautiful ladies that just did upgrade and make sure that they're up to, they have everything they need. So I thank you so very much. I look forward to seeing all of you next week.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for your contribution. God bless you. God bless you. All right. Okay, there we go. So, Janelle, do you want to tell me where you are in terms of yours? Is it working now?
It took, I think it was a couple of days. I mean, I hit the download and then I would check it, and when it wasn't downloading, and then finally, after a couple of days, it was downloaded.
Okay. You mean the app itself?
The blue dot, yes.
The blue dot app, okay. From your app store, it took that long to download?
Yeah.
Could that be your system? Because it shouldn't take 2 days for the app to download.
And I could have done something wrong, and then it just finally went through. So I have it downloaded and have run it several times.
Okay, all right. Okay, the same with still life, but it's okay because some people may still want to be able to hear this part of our session. He's saying that I'm still live, so I don't know if I log off now, then we have to start. Oh, I can stop there. Okay, let me